Hi, this is Kathy Unitas with Unitas Yoga, and I'm here to show you a video on what's called foundation. It's a method for back pain relief as well as for any athletes or people in general that want to get stronger in their whole back body. So the idea is that we're strengthening the entire posterior chain, and that would include the paraspinal muscles, the multifidus muscle, which runs up and down the spine, the glutes, the hamstrings, the quadratus lumborum, as well as strengthening the adductors and releasing the psoas. So these are 5 exercises that you're going to do. They're very much related to yoga. They're just done slightly with a different intention. And I'm going to give you the sequence. And what you'll do is you'll cycle through this sequence 3 times. And the theory is that once you strengthen these muscles to work and stabilize, your back pain starts to go away and you build a stronger spine. So here we go. The first one is called the founder. So you stand in the about hip width apart with your feet, and then you take the hips back. So I'm going to poke my butt out, and I'm going to keep my center of my knee joint over the center of my ankle. So I'm going to tip back. It almost feels like I'm going to fall over. Notice my back is arched, and I take my hands back and I reach down towards the earth. I keep my head straight, shoulder blades moving in, and my entire back body now is in extension. And then I move directly into arms overhead, keeping the weight in my heels, back arched, reaching up, breathing steadily. Then I fold forward, keep the knees bent, weight goes back into my heels, head releases down, low back stays flat. Take 2 full breaths in here, weight still in the heels, and I slide my hands up to the shins. I extend out, so the whole back again is an extension, reaching the trunk forward. 4 breaths here. Shoulder blades down towards the pelvis. And then I slide my hands up to the knees and I move back into what's called the founder, the basic position, reaching the hands back, weight into the heels. You want to look down to see that your knees aren't bent too much. Back up. This works the back muscles tremendously, as well as the hamstrings and the glutes. And then you stop, okay? Now I take a blanket and I put it up under my hips. This is the second one. This is just like in yoga, the locust pose. The difference here is that we don't lift the feet. So now I come down on my blanket, put my pelvis on the blanket, my legs stay down. First, I stretch my arms overhead just to lengthen out. The one thing you want to make sure that you don't do is that you lift your head and extend your neck. So you want to keep the neck pointing down. Then I draw my arms back and I hug the elbows in. This is a very, like a hard pull of the elbows. Shoulder blades go down towards the pelvis. Elbows down towards the pelvis. Feet stay down. And 15 times. I like to do this on an inhale. Lead with the chest. Don't let the head arch up. There should be no back compression. Leading with the chest up. Keep squeezing the elbows in, shoulders down. Once you've done 10 to 15, you rest. Then you bring your knees together. Squeeze the knees together and lift your lower legs up so that your feet are about 6 inches from the ground. The emphasis is the same thing that we just did in the second exercise, the back extension, but now the emphasis is going to be on squeezing the knees together. This makes the adductors, the inner thigh muscles, pull the pelvis into traction. I'm going to bring my elbows up like this, same thing, and I'm just going to do about a 5 breath hold. Now the knees want to spread apart, so you have to train them to squeeze. Holding up, head down. So you're not doing this with the neck. Keeping the head down, keep squeezing the knees together, and then press back, child's pose. Get your knees on the blanket. Come back, now we're in spinal flexion. Stretch the arms out, 4 to 5 breaths here. And then you come up, hands come rest on the thighs. Now it's like the kneeling founder. So my hips go back, okay, I arch my back, my fingertips go down, look up. 4 to 5 breaths here, or you could measure in seconds, 15 to 20 seconds. So quite the workout for the thighs, the butt, the hamstrings, the back muscles. Then I go straight up here. Reaching up, keep the head looking straight. Lots of work in the back muscles. Then I straighten up, come up into standing. I come right up into warrior one stance, except the back heel now is going to be floating. If you can get the back heel down and keep the hips straight, great. Do that. But note that both hip bones, my hip points, are pointing straight ahead. So if your back heel is floating, press the heel back so that the direction of movement is going back. And then the trunk just stays upright. You bend your front knee and then you reach up. Head looks straight. Keep the pressure through your front heel. What I'd like for you to feel or experience is that the back hip, you're stretching out through the psoas. 4 to 5 breaths here, and then now you're going to stretch away from your back leg and hold this for 4 to 5 breaths here. So here we're stretching the quadratus lumborum on the left side as well as the psoas muscle. And then back up, release the arms, switch legs, do a little dance. Okay, just kidding. Okay, now you put your back, your right leg is back, left leg is forward, arms up, stretch up, head straight, keep breathing. Okay, back heel reaching back, then you always tip away from your leg that's back. 4 to 5 breaths here. Back up, step back, and then you go through the whole sequence again. I'd go right back into the founder and repeat. What the people have said about who wrote the book, you can look it up. It's called Foundation. They've said that give them 2 weeks and you will eliminate your back pain by strengthening the posterior chain. And this series of movements that I just taught you, you cycle through 3 times, like I said, and do that for a minimum of 3 times a week. That's your foundation. After that, you do anything you want, P90X, yoga, biking, weightlifting, crazy Spartan races, whatever you want to do, but give yourself a chance to get strong in your back and see how it feels. I've been doing it. I'm 6 months post-surgery, and I've really noticed a big difference in my back. I feel like it's helping me to stabilize and to get stronger. So anyway, I hope that was helpful, and if you're interested in learning this with me, I'll be teaching this in my Thursday night class, 6:15. I've also been incorporating it into my other classes because people seem to be very interested in this, as well as people need this. We all need this, and this series of exercises help to develop healthier movement patterns. And that's really what it's about, is helping you to function better in life. It's not about doing a pose in such a way that you look amazing. It's really about how well we're living, and that's why I practice yoga. That's what I like to teach, and I certainly would love to see you anytime in my beautiful studio out here in Northern Greensboro. Namaste.